I caught my wife cheating with her coworker, but neither knew how close I really was with their CEO. Vivian thought she was so clever, working late every Tuesday and Thursday. Big project with Derek, she'd say, kissing my cheek before rushing out in her best dress. For 6 months, I watched her transformation. New perfume, gym membership, suddenly caring about lingerie she'd never worn for me. At first, I told myself I was paranoid. Marriage counselors always say trust is essential. But then, I found the receipt for a hotel room downtown. Same Tuesday, she claimed to be working until midnight. When I asked about it, she laughed it off. Company put us up to finish the quarterly reports, she said. You know how demanding my boss gets? Derek from accounting seemed like an unlikely choice. Tall, sure, but married with 3 kids and a receding hairline. Still, when I drove past their office building last Thursday, I saw them through the conference room window, her hands in his hair, his mouth on her neck, the same woman who claimed headaches whenever I touched her. I didn't confront them. Instead, I called my college roommate. Zane, I said when he picked up. Remember that favor you owe me? Zane Castellanos happened to be the CEO of Morrison & Associates, Derek's company. We'd known each other since freshman year when I'd covered for him after he'd accidentally set the dorm kitchen on fire. 20 years later, he still owed me. What do you need? He asked. I explained the situation. Zane went quiet. Derek Morrison? He said finally. My nephew Derek? My stomach dropped. Your nephew? My sister's kid? Been trying to get him promoted for months. Zane's voice turned cold. This complicates things. The next morning, Vivian left for work, humming. She even made me coffee, probably feeling guilty about something. I spent the day researching Morrison & Associates' ethics policies. Fraternization between employees was grounds for immediate termination. Adultery clauses in their contracts. Derek would lose everything. I printed out pages of their employee handbook, highlighting relevant sections. Called their HR department pretending to be a potential client concerned about their company's moral standards. Took screenshots of Derek's LinkedIn profile where he proudly listed his family value. But Zane had a better idea. Internal audit, he explained over drinks. We're implementing new software to track productivity. Derek's been underperforming. Within a week, Derek's entire department was under review. Every email, every file access, every minute logged. What they found was worse than adultery. Derek had been embezzling client funds. Small amounts, clever transfers, but Zane's forensic accountants were thorough. The FBI arrested Derek on Tuesday morning. Vivian called me sobbing from the office parking lot. They're saying he stole money, she cried. That he's been doing it for years. That's terrible, I said, stirring my coffee. I hope you weren't involved. Silence. Involved? How? She whispered. Those late nights, Vivian, working on his projects. I'd hate for anyone to think you helped him. She came home that evening, packed 2 suitcases and left for her sister's house. She moved out completely by Friday. No demands, no arguments, just gone. Derek got 15 years for embezzlement. His wife divorced him, took the kids and moved across the country. Vivian never found out about my friendship with Zane. She thinks the timing was coincidental. Last month, she tried to reconcile. Sent flowers with a note about making mistakes and missing me. I forwarded her contact information to Derek's attorney. Apparently, prosecutors are very interested in interviewing wives of convicted embezzlers, especially wives who had intimate knowledge of their work schedules. Some people call it revenge, I call it justice. Either way, Zane and I are even now.